Pescoço.
Then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
In a surprising turn of events, ESPN's Adam Schefter has reported that the interim head coach Antonio Pierce is poised to take on the role of the official head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2024. Mark Davis has hired him as the full-time coach. The past few days were making me a little nervous as rumors indicated that the Raiders were potentially considering making Mike Vrabel the new head coach. It seemed like there were some rumors that Tom Brady might have been in Mark Davis's ears. I got a little bit nervous. I was like, what's the hold up? And of course, we've heard many rumors of Jim Harbaugh coming in before, but the decision is official. The decision has been made. AP is here to stay with the Las Vegas Raiders. This breaking news comes as a significant development in the Raiders coaching staff, indicating a shift towards stability and continuity for this team. The decision follows the firing of interim offensive coordinator Bo Hardegree, as well as the Raiders front office appears to be reshaping the coaching staff for the upcoming season. With Antonio Pierce at the helm, there's a notable sense of optimism surrounding the team, particularly given his impressive impact on the locker room and his pivotal role in transforming the defense alongside defensive coordinator Patrick Graham. Ever since AP took command of the team, the defense became first in the whole entire National Football League when it came to points per game, which was incredibly impressive. The defense took it to another level under Antonio Pierce, who is a defensive-minded coach, and he let Patrick Graham loose, and it just allowed this defense to go from a solid unit to a dominant defense toward the end of the season. One of the key changes in the coaching staff involves the departure of interim offensive coordinator Bo Hardegree. The move suggests a strategic decision to revamp the offense and bring in a new OC to drive up the performance on that side of the football. It'll be interesting to see who they end up going for at the offensive coordinator position. We've been hearing rumors of Cliff Kingsbury, but he's also been tied potentially going to the Chicago Bears, who have a much better shot at landing quarterback Caleb Williams, who he does have some familiarity with this season being at USC. So we'll have to see who's going to be the OC as the search for a permanent offensive coordinator is now underway. And this just reflects the team's commitment to assembling a coaching staff which aligns with Antonio Pierce's vision for success. And interestingly enough, the general manager position for the Raiders remains vacant as I'm recording this video. I have not seen anything come out yet, but all signs point to Champ Kelly being the front runner to land the job. If it's not him, maybe it's going to be Ed Dobbs, but I really think Champ Kelly is going to be the next general manager for the team. The one thing that's a little bit strange is typically I would expect that the general manager would have been hired first and then they make the announcement for Antonio Pierce. It was the opposite so far with the Raiders, so we'll just ultimately end up seeing who lands the GM position, and then after that, who's going to be the next offensive coordinator for this team. Now, the decision to appoint Antonio Pierce as the head coach has received a lot of widespread support within the Raider Nation, including from myself. I believe this was a wise move by owner Mark Davis. Antonio Pierce's influence on this team's culture has been very noticeable, with a significant shift towards a strong blue-collar mentality type of culture and mentality and identity with this team. Very reminiscent of the Raiders' past time as a historic franchise. Now, the impact on the locker room combined with the defensive prowess instilled by Pierce and Patrick Graham has created a sense of unity and purpose within this team. The Raiders are gearing up for a crucial 2024 season under the leadership of Antonio Pierce. I like the direction this team is headed. We have a lot of young players. We're finally building up that defense. We just really need to make a priority this offseason on improving the roster, specifically in the trenches trenches. I think we need to invest some resources via free agency and through the draft on the offensive line. We could also use more depth and a dominant defensive tackle on this defense. I think quarterback is something we definitely got to look at as well, but I think if you can address those issues, the trenches, just improve the roster as a whole, that's going to solve a lot of issues for this team. But the good news is that we finally got the news. We finally know the direction this team is headed when it comes to the leadership standpoint. Hopefully we'll get the news on who the general manager is going to be, but I very well expect it to be Champ Kelly. And then after that, the first real decision for this new regime will be who will be the next offensive coordinator for this team. I think we definitely needed to improve on the play calling, and if we can improve on the offensive side of the football, then sky's the limit for this team. The Raider Nation can look forward to a new era characterized by a revamped culture and a commitment to building on this franchise's storied history with Antonio Pierce. The Raider way is back and I'm excited for it. But Raider Nation, I definitely want to get your guys' feedback. Are you guys excited about the news of Antonio Pierce coming in as a head coach? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, Raider Nation, that's all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.